Hello Libras, and welcome to this, your October 1st through October 15th reading and predictions. If you are new here, a very warm welcome, and if you are returning, thank you so much for continuing to support my channel. Let's just dive right in and get going. Just a reminder, this is a general reading for anybody born under the sign of Libra, as well as anybody who has a significant amount of Libra anywhere in their charts. So we're going to pull cards for 6 different areas of your life, and we're going to get going. All right, we've got a bunch of cards that didn't want to go back in the deck, so let's see what comes out for where are you at now. Cards are being a little stubborn. See if they'll go through this way. Yeah, okay, those two. All right. Okay, Libras, and let's take a quick peek at what you are focusing on. What are the Libras focusing on for the first part of October 2023? There's one card out. Is there anything else that Libra needs to know? What are the Libras focusing on here? And we've got a couple more cards out. All right. Okay. We're going to have a quick look at what your difficult influences are and what your challenges are. And I am getting called back over here to the Osho Zen, which is the same deck from which I pulled your first couple of cards. So, challenges. What is challenging Libra? Okay. Couple of cards out. Okay. And the next card that we're going to pull is going to be messages that you need to hear at this time, Libra. What do the Libras need to hear for the beginning of October? And we have 3 cards out. There's 3 messages. Nope, there's 4 because these 3 are stuck together. Okay. Where are we going for your next cards? What is unexpected? Oh, looks like the fairy deck has a lot to say, and as you know, I don't edit my videos, so one of your cards is on the floor. You're going to get to see me attempt to pick that up very gracefully. It's not going to be graceful. All right, anything else that is unexpected for Libra? No. All right, here we go. Let's see how gracefully we can pick this card up. Probably not gracefully at all. Nope, that was very not graceful. All right, flip these over. And on to your final cards. Where are we going for your final cards? Okay, over here. So I'm not sure if my microphone's actually picking that up. I am recording from a campground and there are vehicles coming and going. So you may hear some noises in the background. Right. Someone just pulled in on a motorbike. And I also managed to flip another one of your cards onto the floor here. There we go. All right, let's get going. Libra. For cards of where you are at now, Libra, we have the friendliness card, which is the equivalent to the 2 of Cups. And we have the healing card, which is the equivalent to the King of Cups. It's interesting to me, Libra, that you have 2 cards, both from the suit of cups coming up here, indicating that at this time, as we move into the month of October, you may be experiencing some emotions, both some emotions about being drawn in two different directions here and who you need to be friendly to, despite the fact that their differences may be showing up significantly, and also that it is a healing process for you. Let's see if we can get that into focus. So yeah, and the other thing is, okay, let's go back to the Two of Cups first, the friendliness card. This is a card indicating that despite differences, we all share Mother Earth together. We all share communities together. And really deep down at the heart of things, we're not all that unalike. And so there is this need to be friendly despite differences. Okay. And that is a big emotional lesson for a lot of people. And it's also a lesson that brings a lot of healing. I also want to point out with this King of Cups here that the King of Cups is an emotional king, and he can also represent the possibility of a mentor coming in for you, possibly a male mentor, and someone who is coming in who's going to help you understand your emotions on a deeper level. So just watch for that, Libra, here as we move into the month of October. All right, let's look at what you're focusing on. Okay, you have the Queen of Pentacles in reversed, you have the Four of Wands upright, and you have the Two of Swords here. So Libra, what this is telling me, oh, that was nice. What this is telling me, Libra, is with this Two of Cups, and now you have another two coming up here, you do have a duality presenting itself at this time as we move into October, a duality where you're going to be presented with some decisions. Some of those decisions are going to require you to make a decision from the heart and from an emotional place. And the Two of Swords indicates that you need to make a decision from a very, very mental place, from the brain and not involving the heart. The Queen of Pentacles coming up in reverse is representing someone that's going to try and block your efforts. There is something... There's some sort of long-term plan that you have at this time, Libra. There's some vision of the future that you have. You're working towards manifesting it. And this Queen of Pentacles coming up in the reverse is indicating that someone is trying to thwart your efforts to bring this vision that you have into full manifestation. But on the positive side, you have the Four of Wands coming up in the upright position. And the Four of Wands is an extremely positive card in the upright position. It is a card indicating that your project or your business endeavor will ultimately succeed despite others' efforts to try and thwart you in your project or your vision. And in so doing, by trying to thwart your, or like step into the way of the vision that you have to create, it's actually going to make your endeavor that much more powerful for both yourself. It will make you stronger, but as well, other people that are involved are going to see the difficulties that you've had to overcome in order to be successful. Like I said, this Four of Wands is a card of success. I'm just going to read what it says. A positive card indicating that your efforts to establish a project, business, or other endeavor are successful. Okay. Like I said, I don't normally read from the cards. I do read intuitively, but when the saying on the card is what I want to say intuitively, I just read it. Okay. And finally, you have the Two of Swords coming out as the last card of what you're focusing on. Now, What these three cards are telling me altogether, Libra, is that you right now have this vision of the future that you're working towards manifesting. I do want to say that for some of you, I'm picking up this does involve potentially a geographical move, or no, I want to say, Libra, there's a lot of you that are thinking about moving at this time. And someone's throwing a monkey wrench into that. But ultimately, you will be successful in that. But that's going to leave you in a position where you have a decision that you need to make. Do you move or not move? Do you go against someone whose opinion you've always respected, but now that person is this Queen of Pentacles in reverse and they're trying to thwart your efforts? Like, do you go against them or not? And that's one of the things that's coming up that you're going to have to decide between October 1st and October 15th. There is going to be an important decision you're going to have to make. And this card is saying, when you make that decision, you're going to have to make that decision from here and not here. All right, let's move into what is challenging you at this time. Interesting. Okay, so one of the things that's challenging you at this time is actually experiencing things, living in the present moment. This is the card that corresponds to the Three of Wands, and this card is what I like to call my live in the present moment card. This is a card that indicates, because it's in your challenges, that you're not really experiencing things because your mind is off scattered, and maybe your mind is off thinking about this Queen of Pentacles in reverse who is trying to thwart your efforts to be successful and manifest. So the other card that you have here in your challenges is the breakthrough card. And this card is indicating that you're right on the verge of having a spiritual awakening. You're right on the verge of realizing your own true power. You're right on the verge of recognizing your true value in, I want to say it has to do with your work or career. That for a long time you really haven't been appreciated. And part of the reason that you haven't been appreciated, Libra, is because you weren't recognizing your own strengths and your own power. And when you have that breakthrough and you wake up to the realization of how powerful you are, how magical you are, wow, amazing things are going to happen. But this is in your challenges, which means that it's just kind of just a hair out of reach. Like, you just can't quite grasp it, but it is coming. It wants to come through for you. And that could be what I'm picking up over here as well, is that, you are on the verge of manifesting something big with this Four of Wands and really having a breakthrough with this Four of Wands. But again, this Queen is representing somebody who might be trying to thwart your efforts. And this is you having to make that decision because you don't want to break somebody's heart. When you have the breakthrough and really experience life, it's going to be really interesting. And again, I want to go back to, just very briefly, this King of Water that you had here, this King of Cups that you had here, this healing card. The breakthrough card usually comes through when someone is about to have what may be described as a healing crisis or a spiritual awakening, where they're going, I feel it, oh, and when they actually experience it, for some people it can be a little uncomfortable, Libra, I'm not going to lie. But the end goal and the end result, if you can keep that in mind, of what it is that you're trying to manifest, the direction that you want to go, where you want to be in 6 months to a year, just move into the breakthrough. You're holding yourself back, right? Even over here, even though someone is trying to step into the role of thwarting your efforts, the realization that the power of choice is in your hands, that in and of itself is a breakthrough. And then you can really begin experiencing your life. Let's have a look at what you've got here for messages you need to hear. Be of service. That didn't come into focus. There we go. Be of service. Let go of ego. Can't have a breakthrough if you're holding on to ego. Can't be in friendliness if you're being all judgy. And you can't move fully and completely into your manifestations if you're in ego. So let go of your ego. Take responsibility for your actions. Libra, like I said, when you have that awakening moment and realize that even though this Queen of Pentacles in reverse indicates someone is trying to step in your way and not allow you to fully come into fruition, when you realize that the choice is yours and always has been, you will really truly experience life. You'll have that breakthrough, and that's part of taking responsibility for your actions. And understand your body. Okay, when the understand your body card comes up, Libra, it's an indication that, and I already hinted at this, that these cards are indicating that you are headed towards a spiritual awakening or a healing crisis. And like I said, I'm not going to lie to you, that can be uncomfortable. But when you begin to take responsibility for your actions and you let go of your ego, it can make your body feel uncomfortable. It will make your physical body feel uncomfortable. For some of you, this may manifest as physical symptoms of possibly an illness. Not a serious illness, but maybe like a few little sniffles, maybe a sore throat, maybe some stiff aching muscles for a couple of days. These are common when somebody goes through a healing crisis. And when this card comes up to understand your body, it's an indication that there may be some physical discomfort coming up for you as you're going through this breakthrough and this awakening. It's not uncommon. I mean, obviously, I can't give you formal health advice. I am not a medical practitioner. What I can say is treat yourself well at this time. Make sure that you're hydrated. Make sure that you're eating healthful foods and not sitting out and chilling out to Netflix with a great big thing of ice cream and a bag of chips and dip, like make sure that you're taking care of yourself at this time. If you do have some of those symptoms of a spiritual awakening, including some of the stiff, achy muscles and so on, treat yourself well. Go for a walk, breathe deeply, maybe a nice long hot bath. Any of these self-care things that you can do for yourself at this time, Libra, are really, really important. All right, I'm not going to go on at that. And like I said, I'm not giving you formal health advice. I'm giving you positive reinforcement as you are experiencing this change and this shift that, be kind to yourself and be kind to your body at this time, Libra. Okay. In your unexpected, you have the Queen of Autumn again, this time in the upright position. Now, over here, you have the Queen of Pentacles, also known as the Queen of Autumn, in the reverse position as something that you're focusing on. You are focusing on it because somebody's meddling in your stuff. The Queen of Autumn or Queen of Pentacles coming up in your unexpected is an indication that whoever this person was that's trying to thwart your actions is going to come around and see things your way. They're going to, change things around. The Queen of Autumn is the queen that has the ability to make things more beautiful. Yeah. And the Queen of Pentacles is the queen who has achieved. The Queen of Pentacles involves real life, day-to-day work and money. And so when the Queen of Autumn or Queen of Pentacles comes into our lives, especially in the unexpected, it's a good sign for you. It's not such a good sign when it's upside down as it was here at the beginning of your reading, but this is an indication that she's turning around, she's coming around. And in the end, instead of thwarting your efforts as she was at the beginning of October and the time frame for this reading, by the mid October, she's going to be coming around, seeing things your way, and there's going to be an opportunity for her to actually help you manifest and move forward. You have the Six of Winter, also known as the Six of Swords here. What did I say earlier? This is absolutely amazing. I said, I sensed right near the beginning of this reading that for a lot of you, there was moving or relocating involved in your thought processes and what you are working towards manifesting here. The Six of Winter is the moving or traveling or relocating card in your unexpected. You have the Ten of Autumn. The Ten of Autumn, also known as the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is the card of, for Canadians, this is the RRSP card. For Americans, it would be the 401k card. This is the card of make sure that you are preparing for the future, particularly when it comes to your finances. Prepare for the future. Okay. And you have the Queen of Spring, yet another queen in your reading. Queen of Spring corresponds to the Queen of Wands. And what did I say to you about this? I said, you need to believe in yourself, right? When you believe in your own true power and how magical you are, and that you can actually create and manifest, then you're going to experience this breakthrough. Well, Libra, the Queen of Spring, also known as the Queen of Wands. I don't know if you can read this across the bottom. Believe in yourself. When you truly, honestly, deeply believe in yourself, Libra, that's when the magic happens. And let's have a look finally at your general overall outcome. You have the Summer card. Bask in joy and light. I do want to point out that this card has the honeybee on it. Honeybees live in communities, hives. Okay. This card always, always, always indicates make sure you are surrounding yourself with your community and your life will be sweeter. Right? They create honey, but they create honey as a big community. So Libra, going forward into mid-October, you can bask in the joy and light. Like I said, this Four of Wands is indicating you are going to be successful. The Queen of Spring is indicating you're going to be successful. This is indicating you're going to have that breakthrough. You're going to let go of your ego and take responsibility for your actions. Things are going to be good. The Summer card is good. When you get to that point of achieving success in what you've been working towards manifesting, including a move or a relocation, when you achieve that, you're being called upon to make new plans, to not rest on your laurels, to not go backwards, right? Continue to move forward, because when you have a spiritual awakening, there is that temptation to say, oh, I've made it, I'm spiritually awakened, and now I'm going to sit back and I'm going to chill. This card is saying, no, please don't do that, Libra. Continue to move. Like, the saying that's coming up for me, Libra, is an object in motion is easier to keep in motion than a stopped object is to get into motion in the first place. When you achieve this success that these cards are indicating is coming to you early to mid-October, there will be a temptation that will come in for you to rest on your laurels And this card is saying, please don't do that because you'll lose the momentum that you now have. This is all indicating momentum, getting the ball rolling, and wow. All right, so I'm going to leave off here. Libras, if this reading resonated with you, please consider subscribing to the channel and giving this video a like, and allow me the honor of doing your next general reading in the middle of October. As always, if you are interested in booking a private consultation and reading with me, my contact information is down below. Thank you so much. See you in the middle of October.